5. Lesson 5A. Exercise 2.
Airport. Bank. Bus station. Car park. Church. Cinema. Fire station. Gym. Hospital. Hotel. Library. Mosque. Museum. Park. Police station. Post office. Shopping centre. Square. Swimming pool. Town hall. Train station. Zoo.
Lesson 5A. Exercise 3. 1.
Okay, where now?
I have to buy some shoes. What about you?
I'm hungry. I want to get a sandwich.
Okay, well, let's meet here in half an hour.
Okay, that's perfect.
2.
What are these?
They're crocodiles.
They aren't moving very much.
No. Come on, let's go and see the monkeys.
3.
Which gate is it?
I'm not sure. Which is our flight? Is it BA479?
Yes, it is. BA479 to Barcelona.
It's gate 15, and it's boarding now. Come on!
4.
Excuse me, where is the ancient Greek room?
It's on the first floor with ancient Egypt.
Thank you. Oh, and what time do you close?
At 5 o'clock.
Right. Thanks.
5.
2 bottles of water, please.
Hurry up! The film is starting.
And some chocolate peanuts. Oh, and these sweets.
I'm going in. Have you got my ticket?
Just a moment.
6.
Mr. Williams, your leg is fine now. You can go home.
Really? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
But I can't walk very well.
You just need a few days at home.
Can I speak to the doctor?
I am the doctor.
7.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to send this to Australia.
It's very heavy. Does it have to get there quickly?
Yes, it does. Is that very expensive?
Yes, it is. £64.70. And it takes 4 days to get there.
How much?
8.
Can I help you?
Hello. I'm looking for a book on Mongolia.
The travel section is over there, near the window.
Thank you.
When are you going?
Now?
No, I mean to Mongolia.
Oh, I'm not. I just enjoy reading about these places.
Lesson 5A. Exercises 7 and 9.
Do you like the town you live in?
Yes, I do. It isn't a very big town, and there isn't a lot to do, really. Not for people like me. For example, the gym is great. It's right in the centre of town, opposite the town hall, but it costs about £100 a month to be a member, and it hasn't got a swimming pool. In fact, there isn't a swimming pool in my town. You have to go 20 kilometres to the next town to have a swim. But at least there's a park, so I can play football with my friends. It isn't in the centre, it's on the edge of town, next to the station. I mean the bus station. There aren't any trains. I don't live close to the park, so it's a long walk.
What about shops? Is it a good place to go shopping?
Well, there aren't many shops in the centre of town. There are a few banks and a small supermarket, and that's it. Nearly all of the shops are in the shopping centre, and that's outside the town. There's a cinema inside the shopping centre, and I go there quite often. Our house is between the town and the shopping centre, so it's easy for me to go there by bus. The bus stop is very near my house, but the bus is expensive.
Stop! It sounds like a terrible place to live.
Lesson 5B, Exercise 7. 1,
Moscow is larger than Paris.
2,
Mexico City is more polluted than Warsaw.
3,
Tokyo is more expensive than Prague.
4,
Cairo is sunnier than Istanbul.
5,
New York is safer than Cape Town.
6,
Athens is more crowded than Lisbon.
7,
London is drier than Milan.
5C, Exercise 4. 1,
So, here we are in London. There are lots of things to see, and you can find all the information you need about them in the packs that I handed out earlier. You've got 3 hours now to explore. Please be back on the coach by 12 so that we can drive to the restaurant for lunch at 1. You can leave anything that you don't need on the coach. The driver always locks the doors so no one can get in. Now, any questions before I let you go?
2,
The train is very crowded, isn't it?
Yes, but at least we've got seats.
Yes, that's true. It's usually impossible to get a seat in the rush hour. I often have to stand. So, let's relax and have some food.
But there isn't any food. They haven't got any more sandwiches in the buffet car, so we can't get anything to eat. I'm really hungry.
Well, there's a cafe at the station. We can eat there when we arrive.
No, the station cafe is closed now. But it doesn't matter. We can eat at home. I don't mind cooking.
3,
Excuse me, where's the castle?
It's at the top of the hill.
Would you recommend it?
Definitely. There are lovely views from the top. But it's quite a difficult climb. It takes nearly an hour from here.
Well, that's okay. It's only midday.
And you have to be careful in this rain.
Really?
Yes. When the path is wet, it can be dangerous. A lot of people fall and hurt themselves.
Oh, well, maybe I'll go to the museum instead. Where's that?
It's over there.
4.
There are houses for sale in both villages. The villages are quite similar, but South Milton is bigger than Upton. Upton, however, is quite a bit more expensive. Both villages are very pretty and are lovely places to live. But there is one house which I think you would really like in Upton. It costs £200,000, which is really cheap. The owners want to move quickly, so why don't you make an offer? You won't regret it.
Lesson 5C. Exercise 5. 1.
I love it here. You can walk in the woods along the river near my village. An advantage of living in the country is that the people are much friendlier and there's less crime. We don't even lock the car at night. And we often leave the house unlocked when we are out during the day. I think people should move out of the cities and find a better life in the country.
2.
Why are so many people moving out of cities to find a new life in the country? Is it because life is so much easier in the country than in the town? Because it's quieter and less stressful and houses are much cheaper? Or are there other reasons? Listen to In the Country tonight at 8 when we interview people who are thinking of moving and ask them why.
3. It's really lovely where I live. It's very pretty, and there are trees and a hill just behind my house. If you like a quiet life, it's a really great place to live. But one disadvantage is that life is a bit boring here. There isn't much going on in the village, and there aren't many young people around. So I often go into the city at weekends with my friends. It isn't far, and there's always something to do there. One day, I'd like to move away from here.
4.
There's lots to do, of course, much more than in the country. It's good that you can go to the cinema and theatre, and there are lots of shops. But, to be honest, I hardly ever go to the cinema or theatre. I prefer watching DVDs at home. And I hate shopping. What I really hate about the town is that it's very busy, very noisy, and quite dirty. I'd rather live somewhere cleaner and more peaceful.
Lesson 5D. Exercise 2.
We're going to London this weekend. How shall we get there? Train, coach, or plane?
Well, the plane is certainly the quickest and easiest, but it's also the most expensive.
Yes, the train and coach are cheaper. I think the train is the most convenient and the most comfortable.
Overall, I think the coach is the best. It's certainly the cheapest.
But I hate long coach journeys. I always feel sick. I think the coach is the worst option.
OK, let's go by train. Can you ring and book the tickets?
No, let's book online. You get the best deals there.
Lesson 5D. Exercise 6. 1.
The sunniest city in the USA is Las Vegas.
2.
The hottest city in Europe is Athens.
3.
The furthest capital city from the equator is Reykjavik.
4.
The largest city in Asia is Shanghai.
5.
The wettest city in Europe is Bergen.
6.
The most expensive city in the world is Singapore.
Lesson 5F. Unusual cities. The good, the bad, and the ugly. A. Green city.
Curitiba is a medium-sized city in the south of Brazil, the largest country in South America. Why is it unusual? Because many South American cities are very polluted. But Curitiba is the opposite. It is one of the cleanest and greenest cities in the world. In most cities, cars cause a lot of pollution. But in Curitiba, only a quarter of the 1.7 million inhabitants use a car. The others use public transport. That is because the bus system is probably the best in the world. It is called the BRT, Bus Rapid Transport, and it carries 2 million passengers a day. Tickets are cheap and journeys are fast. And nobody in the city lives further than 400 meters from a bus stop. There are lots of parks in the city. In fact, there are 50 square meters of green space per person.
B. Artificial city.
Neft Dashlari is a man-made city in the Caspian Sea. It is about 65 kilometers from the east coast of Azerbaijan in Asia, and it has a population of about 2,000. The most unusual thing about the city is its location. It is in the sea, but not on an island. The ground below the city is completely artificial. Neft Dashlari is about 70 years old, and it exists for one reason: oil. The city is in very bad condition. For example, it has 300 kilometers of roads, but only 45 kilometers are safe to use. The bridges are falling into the sea, and some of the apartments are underwater. But people still live and work there. It is probably one of the worst cities in the world for its inhabitants. But salaries are much higher than in other places.
C. Recycling city.
Cairo, in the north of Egypt, is one of the biggest cities in Africa. It is the capital and has a population of nearly 8 million. Like any city, it creates tons of rubbish every day. But amazingly, the city does not employ anybody to collect rubbish. Instead, a group of people called the Zabaleen collect it. The inhabitants of Cairo pay them a small amount of money for doing this. The Zabaleen take the rubbish back to their town on the edge of Cairo. It is called Manshayat Nasser and has a population of about 60,000. There, the women and children sort the rubbish by hand. It seems a very slow system, but in fact, it works very well. They recycle nearly 90% of the rubbish, which is far better than recycling centres in most Western countries. Manshayat Nasser certainly is not one of the most attractive places in Egypt, but thanks to a 2009 film about it, Garbage Dreams, it is quite famous and quite popular with tourists.
Lesson 5G. Exercise 3.
Excuse me, can you direct me to the museum, please?
Sure. Go along Victoria Street, under the bridge, take the first right, then turn left at the traffic lights. Go past the cinema and the museum is on the corner, opposite the cafe.
Sorry, could you repeat that, please? Go along Victoria Street, under the bridge.
Yes, take the first right and turn left at the traffic lights. Go past the cinema and it's opposite the cafe, on the corner.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Lesson 5G. Exercises 5 and 6. 1.
Excuse me, can you direct me to the...
Yes, of course. Go along Victoria Street, under the bridge, take the first left and go to the end of the road. Turn right and go past the department store to the end of Park Street. It's on the corner, on your left.
So, turn left after the bridge, go to the end of the road, turn right, and it's at the end of Park Street, on the left.
That's it. You've got it.
Many thanks.
You're welcome.
2.
Excuse me, I'm new here. Where is the...
Go straight on, under the bridge, go to the end of Victoria Street and turn right. Turn left at the roundabout and then take the second left. It's next to the swimming pool, on your left.
Could you repeat that, please?
Go straight on. At the end of Victoria Street, turn right. Then turn left at the roundabout, go straight on, and turn left again at another roundabout. It's on your left, next to the swimming pool.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
3.
Excuse me, can you tell me where the... is, please?
Certainly. Go along Victoria Street, under the bridge, and take the first right. Go past the pedestrian crossing, then...
Sorry, what does pedestrian crossing mean?
Oh, it's where people can walk safely across the road. So go past that and turn left at the traffic lights. There's a school on the corner. It's next to the school.
So, under the bridge, turn right, then right again at the traffic lights?
No, left at the traffic lights. Then it's on your right, next to the school.
Thank you.
No problem.
4.
Excuse me, can you direct me to the...
Yes, go straight along Victoria Street, under the bridge, then take the first right and go...
Sorry, could you speak more slowly, please?
Yes, sorry. Go straight along Victoria Street, under the bridge, then turn right and go to the end of the road. Turn right again and go over the bridge.
Over the bridge?
Yes, over the bridge. And it's on your right, opposite the shopping centre.
Thanks very much.
Not at all.